welcome back to the runoff, the end of Gintama. With the Silver Soul arc, well, the main bulk of it over, with Utsuro falling back into the planet, the entire world seemingly better off, at least a few years later, Shinpachi going out for a nice meal himself. Just what has happened to the world, just what has happened to all of our inhabitants, our characters. Time jump is a good way to flash forward to see what they can actually achieve, or not, in some cases. But we'll have to see. I'm excited to see what happens. I wonder where my life will lead, say, 2 to 5 years in the future. And to think that a mere 2 years ago, I really can't remember, this all began. Gintama was just a dot on the horizon, and now we've come so far. Gintama really has just done so much in terms of story and character development, and carried on for this long. Obviously, if I was doing one episode a week, we would be here for quite a while more. But from what I have seen so far, I'm sure I could watch it for another 5 years at least. But while we all ponder on that, let's see some Gintama. And having the reimagining of the beginning with Shinpachi now taking the spotlight. I see that some of the Shinpachi edition. I see some of the influences have rubbed off on him quite badly. Well, not quite the same as Shinpachi's beginning, but not quite the cool looking stride that Gintoki managed to pull off at the beginning. Trying to play it off. There's not quite in Gintoki's standing just yet. And, how dare you do that to my son? He's only just started actually taking work seriously. Sure, but didn't you start it? You weren't too worried about that before. Now, I am interested to see just how many of the characters that we've grown to love, how far they've came and what they've decided to do with their lives. Or how some of them have been drastically altered thanks to the events through the Silver Soul arc. Not quite the... How long's it been? You still haven't repaired all the holes in the roof? In the walls? What's with the flickering? It's only on the text. Sign. I see. We actually do get a little bit of the ship coming down. What exactly happened? Still is trying ever onwards. Metaphorically or... a single ship? With all the others breaking under the weight and getting clear. I mean, it will... Oh. Little Sadaharu marble. It's going to take a while for him to regenerate some of the energy that he used up to save the planet. Going on a journey. To not be classed as jobless. It's... yeah, now I don't think he can just take an early retirement. And now that it does seem like a time to make a new chapter in your life, but it's a honorary name. He is doing everything he can to keep that memory alive, whether or not it's exactly in the best interests or not. Of course they are. Is this a retelling documentary of the events that happened? Wait. I mean, I prefer... well, no, I can't say I prefer this iteration. Somehow, I feel as though the stories may have become exaggerated slightly. I see they take health and safety while filming really, really, really importantly. A professional grifter, maybe. You need to go out and get a TV. He did play actually quite a big part, so let's... Yeah, we need to give him the benefit of actually letting him enjoy stuff, but not to this degree. He might be going a little heavy on the oil. Well, a life like that will soon come back to bite him, sooner or later. There's also Shadow. Now, I didn't know the two in the background, but yeah, okay, I get the reference now. Not having to hide out and underneath the floorboards or anything now. I see things have really changed in the past 2 years. But if nothing else, getting him to cook is probably for the best. And unless this all turns out to be some sort of dream sequence, a future that is yet to come kind of thing, a continuation of some of the little storylines and threads that have been hinted at, especially from small little several episode things before. Like with the festival between Kondo and Tai. Yeah, I mean, they take too much money to alter the character designs at this point. Run over by a time machine. So Catherine ages alongside the... Can we move on? Yeah. Go back, change the future just so this doesn't happen. Appeasing the pants dragon? See, there are a few characters that were infatuated, shall we say. Since they had a shotgun wedding, not many people probably attended. Of course, that... What happened? Yeah. I see. This is the joke. She's just fat. No matter how much Gintama changes, it will never. They're really sorry they asked now. Shinpachi? We've got an itty bitty Tama. I guess Gengai has been busy making some new. I mean, we'll see what the. I mean, that brings in some questions. I mean, would you want Shinpachi as your father? How do you prove a negative? Ah. I mean, so who is this? So she hasn't regained full functionality. Ah. They've transferred her consciousness into a smaller variant. Mini version. Okay, so eventually it'll be reintegrated. Just taking him a while. For characters that lost their lives or went into a comatose state, having it be Tama who can live on in a way like this. Yeah, out of free oil, out of anyone that you can look after, like as a child version, Tama would be one of the more easier ones to care for. After everything that happened. Is there a chance for a comeback? Is there a chance for Gintama? Where and what has Gintoki been up to? Have they actually closed that chapter of their life? Is Shinpachi staying here to be that foundation in case they wanted to return? So no matter what they'll be doing in the future, as a wordless parting. Almost wordless parting. He just couldn't let go after all of that. Police. Somewhat like friends. What's going on? There's only so... They can be tested in your breath. Actually, might be good prevention. Did that car have curtains? You see, some people having a good relationship and whatnot due to being heroes of the hour. Well, he's not getting out of this one easily. A grand ambition. I don't think there's too many main characters in Gintama that would really hold people to. So it's kind of a... Can't think of the word. But she doesn't seem to be against this particular position. And unfortunately, can you just disperse all of them? Sort of eradicate those old foxes, as they said. And surprising him just to turn up like this. Did he have a meeting? Orders for the demoted? Oh no, all of them. Actually, that might be for the best. What have they done to... Crabapple. What have they done to deserve this? Who would have went into politics to disband the Shinsengumi and get rid of certain... Oh. Donald Zuram. Katsurada. Is it to be continued, though? I don't think we will have much to come back to in a minute. What happened to all of the goodwill that has been gained from what we saw in the Silver Soul arc? Other sides working together. Noticing that as long as they're working for the best of the country, they don't have to be at odds with one another. Also, in 2 years, and that's the only facial hair Katsura could come up with. And the dissolving of the odd jobs. We knew something like that would probably happen, since things can't stay stagnant and the same forever. I mean, no matter if you're a countrywide hero protecting the planet from destruction, Shinpachi just can't catch a break, can he? I mean, being breathalyzed in the middle of the street, people are seeing this. Didn't need something like that pointed out. Also, they didn't really ask too many questions before start charging him with certain crimes. And considering Kondo's last marriage attempt, well, this one went through relatively without a hitch, didn't it? See, the Gorilla Planet didn't exactly hold too many grudges from the last time. Once again, the bait and switch making you think, oh, wait a minute. Is there anything else that we could really expect? Kakura now off planet, off world, with her family, putting that story together. They're now together again, adventuring off, trying to find a way to bring Sadaharu back. Good that he didn't suffer too many other things for his role in protecting the planet. The idea of this small Tama, while Genkai is still working on trying to bring the full version back, getting her out so she's not 2 years disjointed from what's been going on. She's had new eyes and ears, seeing the world how it is now. But what happens when she does get repaired? Does Tamako continue on being around as well? Good thing they don't have a weird sense of identity crisis going on right now. I wonder why Sogo got a worse punishment than the others. Did he do something to Katsura? Well, other than everything we've ever seen. I mean, the Shinsengumi have gone through so much, haven't they? Been disbanded, rebuilt, had members try and destroy it from the inside, having the white police also try and tear it apart. And yet, the only thing that can really stop them, political power. I was not expecting Donald Suramp, though. Let's be honest. Katsura taking a position in politics like this just to get to the end of his ideals and his world order makes sense. But destroying his own campaign by, no, that's not my name. What are you on about? There's a limit of his Master of Disguise, really. But as a first step into seeing the future after the planet's almost destruction, well, it could be worse. They are rebuilding quite well. Some characters are doing better than others, and I think, well, is maybe the best we could hope for considering Gintama. So, if you want to join along and see where it goes, what some people have been doing or not, as the case may be, let me know down below. Leave a like and a comment on the video. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Just whatever you do, don't turn out like Hasegawa. I think the fame really is going to his head. It's going to end abruptly, and it's not going to be nice. Should be fun to see, though. So I'll see you there. If you want to be part of the things that keep me going over several years, consider joining onto my Patreon, because my channel's probably still going to be here, whether or not I'm married to a gorilla, fighting in restaurants, or running for politics. But I guess while I'm here watching anime, I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sao, Arthea, Kite, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintaman, Scott, Raymond, Megu42, Dark Shadow 7899, and everyone else. I hope that in several years we'd still be having fun.